Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio. Sponsored by BASF, where performance of Veltima fungicide can take your best result even farther. I am Allison Kinney. Looking into today's headlines, Michelle Beckering, Deputy Undersecretary for Trade and Foreign Agriculture Affairs at the USDA, arrived in the Dominican Republic on Monday to lead an agribusiness trade mission to expand market access and boost the U.S. agricultural exports. The delegation includes 47 agribusinesses, trade organizations, and representatives from 3 state departments of agriculture. This trade mission will connect U.S. exporters with key buyers, tapping into Latin America's growing demand for high-quality American agricultural products, supporting rural prosperity, and keeping American agriculture globally competitive, Beckering said. The Dominican Republic is a prime opportunity for U.S. producers with an expanding middle class, steady economic growth, and a growing hotel and restaurant industry. It's the 4th largest market for U.S. agricultural products in the Western Hemisphere. Customer-oriented products continue to drive this growth, with increasing demand for fresh fruit, dairy products, as well as wine and distilled spirits. The U.S. supplies 44% of the country's agricultural imports. Also in the headlines, cattle producers talk screwworm during summer business meeting. The cattle industry summer business meeting recently wrapped up in San Diego, California. While the session covered multiple topics, one was of grave concern to the U.S. cattle industry. Michael Kelsey, Executive Vice President of the Oklahoma State Cattlemen's Association, said topic number 1 was the advancing New World screwworm.
While we're in San Diego, we had developments regarding the discovery of the movement of the screwworm north in Mexico to Veracruz, and the Secretary responding to off-ramp the border process that she had instituted. So, I mean, even while we're there, we're still having those things, and a lot of discussion about the screwworm. And we've got to take this serious, and we are. We're taking this very serious, much more serious than Mexico is. At the same time, we got a lot of planning to do, a lot of work to do, and which leads me to, I so appreciate the leadership of Dr. Hall. Dr. Rod Hall, Oklahoma State veterinarian, and what he's doing to help us prepare for, because it truly is, and I think we just need to be truthful with ourselves. It's not a matter of if, it is a matter of when.
Unfortunately, the screwworm isn't far away from the southern U.S. border.
It's just not very far at all. And so there's things that we talked about. For instance, a good question came up about, what about a storm? We're in the hurricane season. We're coming into the hurricane season here. Can a hurricane move the fly to a degree? Really good information about that. A fly is not a virus. You know, a virus can survive those types of events, whereas a fly is pretty fragile. An actual hurricane probably really wouldn't move a fly very much because it's so fragile, the wings, the legs, etc. And that makes sense to me.
The flies do not have options for getting over the southern U.S. border.
At the same time, the headwinds, or the fronts around a hurricane, if you will, might be able to move the fly a little bit unnatural, if you let me use that term. So it's not something that we just want to go, oh, never mind, we don't need to worry about that. But I think it's also something we just need to be real about. We're much more worried about wildlife movement, people movement, as well as in the domestic animal movement as well.
Again, that's Michael Kelsey of the Oklahoma State Cattlemen's Association.
Be aware, ticks are there. As you head outdoors, remember to avoid tall grass, wear light-colored full-coverage clothing, and use EPA-registered repellent. Be sure to thoroughly check for ticks after you head in for the day. If you find any ticks, remove them carefully with tweezers and watch for symptoms such as fever, headache, or rash. For more information on ticks and tick bite prevention, head over to ohio.gov/ticks.
If you love your furry friends, you'll also want in on this. Farmers have until July 25th to submit nominations for the 2026 Farm Bureau Dog of the Year contest, which comes with cash prizes and bragging rights. It's the 8th year of the contest that celebrates farm dogs and the many ways they support farmers and ranchers. The grand prize winner gets a year's worth of Purina Pro Plan dog food and $5,000 in prize money. The winner will be recognized at a Farm Dog of the Year awards ceremony at the American Farm Bureau Convention in Anaheim, Anaheim, California in January 2026. Farm dogs play an important role on the farm or ranch and hold a special place in our hearts, said AFBF President Zippy Duvall. They show up every day without complaint and are eager to pitch in. Farm Dog of the Year nominations, which include written responses to questions, must be received by July 25th for consideration. This market report is brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. September corn up 1 1/4 at $4.01 1/4. December corn up 1 3/4 at $4.19 3/4. March corn up 2 even at $4.36 3/4. August soybeans down 6 even at $9.95. November soybeans down 5 1/4 at $10.01 3/4. March soybeans down 4 1/2 at $10.33 1/2. September wheat down 3 1/2 at $5.38. December wheat down 3 1/2 at $5.58 3/4. March wheat down 3 1/2 as well at $5.77. August live cattle up 3.05 at $222.40, and July lean hogs up 15 cents at $106.85. This is the Ohio AgNet.